Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear.
Seeking out new life and new civilizations to shoot and have sex with, Mass Effect Andromeda creatively sidesteps the storytelling limitations of Mass Effect 3's ending by launching a group of pioneers into a whole new galaxy. What they find there is a vast and sometimes exciting action role-playing game that kept me engaged. But after the outstanding trilogy that created this universe, it's a disappointing follow-up.
I never planned to be Pathfinder. I don't know what's out there. But we're the Milky Way's best and brightest. We can do this.
There's an immediate sense of mystery as the human colony ship encounters a massive, world-ruining space anomaly and a hostile new alien race led by a threatening villain. But it's bizarre that BioWare went to the trouble of shipping us 2.5 million light-years away to introduce only 2 new alien races over more than 50 hours of campaign and major side missions, and only 1 local joins your crew. Andromeda also retreads some major plot ideas from the original trilogy, including another long-dead civilization that's left advanced technology lying around. The major worlds you explore are almost all distinct from each other, and most are huge. Granted, the majority of that is empty space and there's a fair amount of repeated structures and enemy encounters populating them, but they often have unique hazards. And tooling around in the Nomad is a little more interesting than simply holding down the gas button, thanks to jump jets and a simple gear shift for going uphill. There's a lot of filler in the form of MMO-style fetch and kill quests too. Plus, scanning uninhabited planets for resources is as tedious a task as it's been in any of the original trilogy, but at least it's over quickly and the spaceflight scenes between them are gorgeous. Each explorable world is home to alien monoliths that have to be activated to make the planet hospitable to colonists, and whenever you see one, you know there's going to be some puzzling. They don't force you to think outside the box, but as someone who enjoys Sudoku number puzzles, I found these to be a nice break from the action. I could do without the jumping puzzles though.
I'm Ryder, the human Pathfinder.
Unlike Shepard, who could barely step over an ankle-high obstacle, the new customizable protagonist Ryder is fantastically mobile. Just listen to that supremely satisfying jump jet that vaults you over nearly anything. Combined with the jet dash move, it's easy to get comfortable running out to flank enemies, giving combat a much more energetic pace compared to hunkering down behind cover. I'm still not entirely comfortable with the automatic cover system though. I'm never 100% certain it will work as I expect. This radically different class system is almost ridiculously open. You're limited to equipping any 3 of the diverse selection of abilities at any time, but you can swap out your configuration and even your class profile right in the middle of a fight. That flexibility is cool, but it makes those choices feel more like working around a UI limitation than a meaningful character decision. And it's strange that you can swap out your powers at will, but not the guns in your inventory. Your crew is a fairly generic band of Mass Effect humans and aliens. There's nothing really wrong with them, and most have deep backstories to dive into, but none struck me as memorable stars like Garrus, Tali, or Morden. Peebee is probably the best of the cast thanks to her quirky humor and bickering with her fellow Asari Lexi.
How uptight you are.
I am not uptight.
But the rest seem too conflict-free to be all that interesting. Everyone getting along for the most part is a little bit boring, regardless of how flirty and naked they are. Part of that is because the writing is so inconsistent. There are some respectable quests and excellent morally gray questions where both options have compelling logic and terrible consequences. But also cheesy jokes and stilted conversations. At least the voice acting is almost universally strong enough that I quickly stopped noticing the subpar human facial animations. On that note, Mass Effect Andromeda is more than a little rough in the technical sense. On PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it's prone to major frame rate drops and hitches regardless of what's happening on screen. There's also very noticeable and distracting texture pop-in during conversations. The companions are also a bit disappointing in combat. Your control over them is limited to 2 commands: stand in a place or attack a thing, and you can't pause the action to place them tactically. That's just not enough control to reliably coordinate ability combos, so you're pretty much on your own. You can't equip them with gear either. Mass Effect 3's wave-based co-op multiplayer mode returns, which allows you and 3 teammates to make better use of the power combos to take down enemies and reach objectives quickly. It's simple but more entertaining than you'd expect, and the rewards it doles out in random card packs keeps things interesting by making you make the most of the gear you have available.
Someday, being a smartass will get you in trouble.
Mass Effect Andromeda is an expansive action role-playing game with a few great moments that recapture the high points of the landmark trilogy that came before it. And its energetic combat and fantastic sound effects create a potent sci-fi atmosphere. But without consistently strong writing or a breakout star in its cast to carry it through the long hours and empty spaces, disappointments like the lack of new races, no companion customization, and major performance problems and bugs take their toll. For more on Mass Effect Andromeda, check out our graphics comparison, the first hours of gameplay, and the Collector's Edition unboxing.